Alrighty, today we're going to talk about accuracy and precision. So we're going to talk about whether a measurement is accurate or not, and we can actually tell how precise a measurement is, or a measuring device is. So we can state the length of each line down below. Now it's going to be a rough estimate because if you look at that ruler, there really aren't any markings in between the centimeters. So that first one looks like it's in between 3 and 4. So we're going to say maybe 3.5 centimeters. For that second bar, it looks like it's right on 4. The third one, it's a little bit more than 6, but not quite far enough to be halfway, so maybe it's 6 1/4, so 6.25. And the last one looks like it's in between 5 and 6, so 5.5. Okay, it's just what it looks like to me. You might have got different measurements depending on how you're looking at it. Now here's the same lines, but with a different ruler. So now we have actually a little bit more to work with. We actually can see the lines in between, and it looks like our first estimate was pretty good. I'm pretty confident it's 3.5. The next one, again, it's really hard to see because I can't move those lines around, but we're going to go 4 centimeters. And the third one, now I can do something with the iPad here, so I can actually draw myself a line on right to the edge of that bar. And what I'm going to do is just move it around. So we're going to line it up right on 0 and see where it lines up. Now it looks to me like I gotta go, well, it looks right about 6.4-ish. Okay, it looks like it's 6.4 centimeters. Okay, so 6.4 centimeters. Okay, now for that last one there, we'll do the same thing. So I'll draw myself a line, make sure it's straight. It doesn't work the way I want it, so we'll try again. All right, so we'll take that, we'll move it up. Now it looks just to be under 6, so maybe 5.9. That's what it looks like to me. 5.9 centimeters, and you can see that we're getting different results comparing the first attempt to the second attempt. Now that comes from the fact that we're using different rulers where one is a little bit more precise than the other. Okay, so the second ruler is going to give us a better measurement. So the second ruler, and what's the smallest measurement you can make with each ruler? So if I look back at the first one, the one I could only actually say was a whole centimeter. That's the only one I knew for sure. The smallest measurement would have been a centimeter. And for the second ruler, we have those markings in between each centimeter. So that's where we get our millimeters from. Okay? So no measurement is ever perfect because we can't ever get to the smallest unit. We can always keep subdividing and getting smaller. So a measurement is accurate if it's very close to the true value, and the smallest marking on a measuring device is called its precision. So on those rulers, the smallest marking is going to be how precise this ruler is. So this first ruler is only precise to a centimeter. The second ruler has a higher precision since the marking is smaller. Okay, we can get more precise, we can get a more accurate measurement. So for each of the pair of measurements, we're going to say which one is more accurate. Now, it looks like the second measurement is more accurate. We're closer to that 2-inch mark than we are to the 1.5-inch mark. So it looks like that second measurement is more accurate. Okay, part B, we are closer to 2.5 than we are to 2. So 2.5 is going to be a more accurate measurement for that red bar. For C, we have a gauge, looks like a temperature gauge here. So we're looking for 220 and 215. So if we look, and we got to figure out how much each tick mark is worth. So I'm going to look at the 180 and the 210. So if I count by tens, this one becomes 190, 200, and then 210. So obviously it can't go up by tens. What happens if we count by fives? So that second tick becomes 185, 190, 195, 200, 205, and 210. So it looks like for this one, each tick mark is 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so let's see where we end up landing. So 210, that means this one is 215, and this is 220. So measurement 1, of course, is more accurate. It lands right on 220, and that's going to be just enough for us. Okay, example 2 then asks us to state the precision. So state the smallest marking on each of these rulers. So if you look at that first one for part A, we have markings of 1 inch, but we also have markings of 1/2 inch. So our precision this time is 0.5 inches or 1/2 inch. Okay, that's the smallest marking on this ruler. For B, the smallest marking is 1/4 inch or 0.25 inches. Okay, the smallest marking on that measuring device. If we keep on going, again, we have the same gauge that we're working with, and that we measured the precision. Each tick mark is worth 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, example 3 asks us to deal with the precision of an instrument. So we're given a bunch of measuring devices, like a bunch of rulers, and we're given a bunch of measurements, and we have to basically match up which measurement could have been obtained from which device. So the very first one is 1¼ inches. Now it can't be the first ruler because my precision for that very first one in A is 1/2 inch. The only one it can be is B because that one measures 1/4 inch. This second one here has to go to A because they're both imperial, okay, they're both inches, not metric, and the precision is 1/2 inch for that first one. Okay, the 2.5 centimeters goes to my last ruler here, D, because it only measures 1/2 centimeters, and 2.1 goes to C, that's the one where I can measure millimeters. Okay, so those nice summary here. A measurement is accurate if it's close to the true value, and the smallest marking on a device is called its precision. Now, just like my other videos, here's some practice ones you can try out on your own. And there's the answer key. Okay, when you come back next time, we're going to be talking about uncertainty and what that means in regards to measurement.